Assalamualaikum to Madam Zulana. Today my group will present for Samsung Mobile Company. I'm Azfar and my group members are Arlisya, Batrisyia, Fahmi, Aiman and Syakir. Let's move on to the background of company. For mission statement is, we will be loyal in our individual expedient and telecommunications to create higher ranking products and assistance, thereby come up with a better universal association. The declaration places all the attention on the dominance associated with the goods it offers to its clients. It reflects trust in their abilities to transform society. The outlined components from this mission statement are improving communities, superior products and services, and devote human resources and technology. For vision statement is to inspire people around the globe with our contemporary telecommunication outcome and pattern that encourage people's life and come up with their social profitability by creating new future for our generations. The association brings attentiveness to our leadership spot and with its merchandise and services guides the industry and upgrades life itself. It comprises the following features which are inspire the world, focus on innovation and contributing to social prosperity. That's all from me. Moving on to the next presenter, Aiman.
Samsung SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat are all internal factors in Samsung SWOT analysis. Samsung SWOT analysis analyzes the brand supported in strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Here is strength of Samsung SWOT analysis. First is logo image, Samsung Electronic. Second is the strong dominance of some smartphone manufacturing. Third is worldwide availability of the product. Fourth is strategic partnership. Fifth, for research and development, Samsung has always been a leader. And lastly, Samsung is an electronic firm that produces a variety of products and it sells several different semiconductor components. Next is all about weakness of Samsung in SWOT analysis. First is highly dependent on America market. Second is the decline in smartphone revenue. Third is product fallings. Fourth is depending on low-end smartphone. Fourth is family leadership. And fifth, Beverly scandals. Next is about opportunity for Samsung in SWOT analysis. First is Samsung is globally recognized brand. Second is HR management. Third is diversification and acquisition. Fourth is consumer electronic companies and smartphone may consider China to be an important market. And lastly is about threat to Samsung in SWOT analysis. Without a threat analysis, a Samsung SWOT analysis is incomplete. Samsung SWOT analysis will identify the challenge facing this community that keep it from progressing. First is threat of Samsung SWOT analysis is pandemic on the rise right now. Second is government regulation. Third is strong competitive competitor, and lastly investigation.
Thank you, Aiman. Now moving on to operation system, which is number one is input. Samsung officially in the manufacturing process start with designing and testing every aspect of the phone. The source of lithium uses in Samsung battery is from Japan. The camera comprises Snapdragon microchip made by Qualcomm, a San Diego company that specializes in mobile chips as well as application processor. A Chinese company by the name Focus Supply Limited provide lens which Samsung use for its touch screen. Feature demonstrate that the company lens are of high quality and therefore ensure that the Galaxy screen is able to withstand time. Next, for the process in manufacturing in Samsung, the number one is making a prototype. The idea is conceived in the boardroom meeting, and after considering various options, the information is passed to the research and development lab. This model is passed on to the relevant people so that they may give their opinion to make any change if required. The device then armed with the selected component and check for the working performance. After this, if the decision-making team is reasonably satisfied with the working, then this handset is sent back to the higher ups for their approval. Number 2 is software installation. The software team stepped in now to breathe life into handset. It is basically decided on the operating system that is to be loaded into the phone. It is almost necessary that the hardware that is the part played by the electronics team is compatible for the smooth functioning of the operating system. It is checked here by many experts in their own manner for the system to be working according to the expectation. Number 3 is the testing phase. Before the production begins, the handset is rigorously tested for quality, performance and other parameters. They are tested in the terms of both hardware and software. Various tests like drop tests, bend tests and water tests are carried out to check its performance. Number 4 is mass production. When the final prototype is ready, then it is time for mass production. Internet components may either be manufactured in-house or outsourced. Most of the time, this information of a new model being launched by the company is leaked to the masses, and this could be both helpful or otherwise. The mass production of the quality past model commence. The smartphones are also assembled in this process. Number 5 is packaging. When the handset passes all the tests, then it is sent for packaging. The handset along with accessories and user manual are put into the box ready to be shipped. Lastly is shipment. The final stage of the entire process is shipment. These packaged phones are then dispatched to distributors, stockists and retailers across the globe, and then from these retailers, it is the end customer who picks up the handset. That's all from me. I handed the next presentation to the next presenter, Syakir.
Thank you, Mr. Fahmi. Now moving on to the output list or the process of product that are for Samsung. There are plenty of models that have been marketed to the public. To list all of the models here seems impossible. However, to make matters easier, we can classify the product into 3 classes: the high-end, the middle class, and the lower class model. For the high-end, some of the notable models are Galaxy Z Fold, Z Flip, Note 20, and S21. All of these started at RM3200 and 7200. Depends on the model itself. As for the storage, they all started at 128GB to 512GB. For the middle class, some of the notable models are Samsung Galaxy A52 and Samsung Galaxy A32G. Both started at a price range between 999 ringgit Malaysia and to 1,499 ringgit Malaysia. Depends on the model. And as for the storage, they all started at 32GB to 128GB. Lastly, for the lower class model, Samsung came up with Galaxy A22 at a price of 899 and the storage capacity of 32GB. That's all for me. I handed the next presentation to the next presenter.
Now I would like to talk about the problem and issue arise. The first one is layout. Samsung is facing problems in their current global chip storage, the ELAC, Samsung Electronics Department, which is Galaxy A series. This series include Galaxy A52, A55G and A72. The smartphone manufacturers' limited availability indicates that the company is facing problems with their applications processors AP needed by their smartphones. The second one is inventory. Samsung has stopped their productions and sales of Galaxy Note 7 in September 2016 after the production team found a problem with cloud caused the Li-ion batteries to explode. These have made Samsung to require a recall of a total 2.5 million of Samsung Note 7 from all around the world. The problems that the phones have caused is when a guy is unloading his groceries out of his car, suddenly his phone burns inside of his car, which he says that he sees the flames suddenly erupted inside his car. Other than that Galaxy Note 7 incident, Samsung and the United States Product Safety Regulator have announced to recall a total of 2.8 million washing machines based on their commissions. They also mentioned that Samsung's best leading machines may have been affected and the possibility of interior components detaching from crisis which might cause injuries to the users. Samsung also stated that this is probably because the machine uses high-speed spinning cycle. The US Safety Commission also mentioned that Samsung had received around 733 cases reports related to their machine's issues, having strong and unusual vibrations, which lead some cases as broken jaw and also shoulders.
Thank you, Arlisya, for the explanation. As we know, every technology have their own pros and cons, which I will show you in the layout. The first problem is Samsung battery is draining faster at abnormal speed, and when the smartphone is overheat, which is always happen to the older product. Other than that, Samsung screen always go unresponsive, which is stuck, and as a user, we can only wait for it to be okay after a few minutes, which it actually take more of our time to do something else because of a defect product. Samsung user also have a problem connecting Wi-Fi and downloading application at Play Store, which it is normal, they say, because it's probably something that is not actually related to the phones. The sole recommendation that the business must keep is overall strategy so the mobile division can in sync with the broader conglomerate plan. In our point of view, combining or matching Samsung mobile division demand those in television division will be a correct way for it to expand. I will give the next presenter to Syakir to conclude in this video.
Finally, to conclude this report, we all can take a glimpse that his print is well approved and appreciated by his customer, not only from its quality technologies that Samsung offer, but the recognizable, one-of-one design that are unique on its own. Not only that, the system Samsung used to run their business till now can set as an example for those who want to start a business, especially in these tech industries. That's all from us. Thank you for those who spend their minutes watching our presentation. And again, I end this presentation with the word thank you.